Might be able to do a lottery or something tonight. I am back. Alright. I think everyone's watching the finals tonight. What's up, everyone? Alright, got my list here. We'll just go left or right. It's a little loud, the music. Hold on. Alright, everyone hear me okay? I'm having a great Sunday. Thomas, I got a whole list. You don't have to tell them I have like 70 tickers. These are all the tickers I'll be getting through. Oh, I can't even. Well, I'll just put them. We'll just start doing them. Alright, Citigroup. Alright, Citigroup sold off pretty hard off of the news. So, let's see what we're doing here. Looks like we got an island reversal down here. So this could be good. That means we can get rid of this, and that can be the bottom there. So for me, over 68.85, I wouldn't go long on it till it goes there. Then you could probably see it do one of these. See, they got earnings here, so this is going to be the key. It's going to be the earnings, so I'm not going to expect a huge move off of it. But it depends. I think Citigroup is the weakest of all banks right now. Alright, moving on. Apple. Look, I already have it charted. I think Apple will have... Apple's going to do one of two things. It's either going to go straight to 155 or it's going to retrace down here. Now, maybe it's already doing it, and maybe this was the move here. Let's see. I don't know if it'll retrace all the way down. Come on. But I do think it's going to come back down at least once more. Just going to redo this. See, the thing is, though, is it's bull flagging pretty good on the 15-minute. It's kind of got a head and shoulders. Don't love that. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so maybe you see this. Something like that. So, we'll see though. Yes, my dash cam, I have the account funded, ready to go. We're going to make some moves with Fortuna. Yeah, you gotta adapt, Sid, unfortunately. News trumps TA, and you gotta go with the news and what it means. So just remember, we do have a gap on Apple down here around 137, so do not be surprised. That also would be a 1-2, and you could make a larger wave 4 down to there. You can see that gap starts right above the end of wave 1 here, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so JPMorgan. Okay, so I had this charted up to here. We have, wow, my ABC down was pretty good. I think it was, this is more the ABC down right here. So that would mean this is a 1-2 and this is a 3. So we have a 1-2. That means JPMorgan could measure these out, but this looks like a pretty clear Wu-Tang 1-2. You can see it came down to roughly just above the 786. Created an island reversal. A lot of the banks created the island reversal, so that could put us up here off of earnings. And your earnings, if they have killer earnings, going to be somewhere up here. That target zone could see a $7 to $10 move. So, and then if it does do that, should then consolidate for a while, and then you'll get the larger wave 5 move, because that would create a power earnings gap. So, you know, there's pretty good resistance in up here. So it wasn't really that Citibank had bad news. It's just they didn't do anything when they were allowed to up their dividends or buybacks. They were the only bank that didn't, off of the stress test, so they were the only bank that didn't increase dividend or any of the larger banks, or announce more buybacks. So, you know, they had a pretty healthy war chest, which was interesting. That they didn't do anything with it. So be curious to see off of earnings if they do. They could announce it this earnings, and maybe that's what they were waiting for. And if they do, that would actually be something to watch. All right, Tesla. All right, so I had Tesla coming off of this flag up here. That was clearly wrong, so we're gonna have to adjust this. So this looks like it was actually just an ABC up. Just sad to think about, because I think that then this turns into an ABCDE. So, and that means we're more like this. We still have this channel down here that Tesla's just been absolutely loving. So, I don't really need this diamond up here anymore. We can adjust that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So, Tesla will probably go sideways. Won't be as fun of a ticker to get into, so I'm just going to put this in here. Oops, all these tickers and pin it, because these are going to be... Oh, I can't do it? What the... Okay, so I'm doing these and these. I'm going to try to get to all of them, no promise. Go for about an hour, so. And Tesla needs to break out of here, so, you know, maybe you see something like this. I don't know. These huge pennants like this that have the larger downtrend, sometimes they break north. This would be like your bear case. And then your bull case, we'll do both ways because I know some of you are long on it. You'd fill up here. There. Maybe something like that. Alright, Amazon. Yeah, I have a feeling that could be the case. Amazon's tricky because I think it made a full 5 moves, so I'm wondering if it's going to consolidate more. Then finally jump off of there. I think Amazon's going to come back down eventually, but we'll see what happens with it. Alright, PayPal. Okay, I'm just going to try to get through as many of these as I can. So, hopefully we all can have some game plans. PayPal's interesting. I was looking at this almost for the newsletter, because, man, this thing's a beauty. I'm wondering if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to get that 5. I mean, if you're looking at this, this looks like a nice cup. If it's like a slanted cup, I think it's going to come back down and then bounce. Maybe one more time and then go up. So yeah, that would put us probably target there. Then it can come back down and retest the hand. Retest all-time highs. Yeah, I'm pretty bullish on steel overall, by the way. So we'll get to some steel stocks here. So, man, what is going on with airlines? Double bottom. So we got that going for us. So two things. It's got to get over this box right here for me to even want to think about airlines. And the Delta variant has been no bueno for airlines. It has been scaring people away. Can you guys not hear the tunes? Been playing tunes this whole time. Hold on. No tunes? Oh man, you guys are missing the best music I've played ever. What is going on here? Hold on. Oh, I just noticed. Yeah, there's no. What is? Well, there's always tunes. I didn't change any settings. Alright, give me a second. We gotta get some tunes for you guys. Alright, so desktop audio. Apply. How about now? It's a little quiet right now, so give it a second. That would have made my charting way more intense for the first 15 minutes. Alright. According to my audio mixer, you should be able to hear the tunes now. Awesome. Alright. So, what you want to see is American Airlines get over basically 2115. And then it's going to probably struggle with right here. And that's where your target's going to be around 22. So you can't hear the tunes yet? And then it's going to probably struggle with right here. And that's where your target's going to be around 22. So you can't hear the tunes yet? And then it's going to probably struggle with right here. Just hold on. Oh, hold on. I got an idea. You got it. Alright. Awesome. So a little more dramatic now watching. I don't know. My settings must have reset themselves. But I'm glad we got it fixed. This is some sweet music. Alright. Continuing on. American Airlines. Baidu was the next on the list. So Baidu has a ton of gaps above it. It's been struggling really hard lately. It's got to be. It just looks like it's gonna go to like. It's gonna make it A, B, C, D, E here. So maybe we get a gap fill here, and it does one of these, and then maybe finally from there we get a breakout. Wait, that's not right. Hold on. Chosen, you can't hear it? So everyone else can hear music, but you can't hear music, so that's weird. Yeah, it's a little low. I just didn't... I mean, I can turn it up a little. Is that a little better? Simon, let me see if I can get through my list, and if I got time, yeah. We'll look at Fubo. I like Fubo, so... Alright, Bank of America. I'll go a little faster now. I mean, all the bank stocks will look the same. Island reversals, and they're gonna... I mean, they're gonna basically just do nothing into earnings, so... Key levels will be... See if Bank of America can get back into this gap up here, so watch it for the move to 41. Boeing! Everyone loves Boeing. Full disclosure, I am currently long on Boeing. I hold some calls on it, so... I mean, that... Look at that flag. That's just... looks beautiful. It's right where it needs to flag to, so it needs to get over this resistance, and it's going to go bonkers. And we're targeting easily 240, 250 this week if it breaks out. So I would like to see Boeing hit 250 this week. Alright. Wells Fargo, similar story. It's got the gap up here. Like to see it hit that gap. So I think Wells Fargo has a lot to gain off their earnings. Be interesting to see what their guidance is, but you're gonna need Wells Fargo at least over, it's got this resistance zone right here, so over 44.45, and it's gonna have some legs. Fastly, I don't know, that doesn't look great to me. I think Fastly's got a few more legs down. Nope, didn't do Facebook yet. Visa, like, I get it, banks are bullish, but Visa's never broken this upper line, so I'm just gonna stay away from it, to be honest with you. So I think Facebook or Visa has a real strong chance of more than likely falling back down to about 220. Let's see here. What's the most recent move? Yeah, about 224. From there, though, then it can go back up. So, all right, MasterCard. Still got my target from before, but didn't quite do what I wanted it to do, unfortunately. Still doesn't look great, but looks better than it did. Top 3 for this week are in the newsletter. So until this gets over this red line here, we'll make a green breakout line. Not going to touch MasterCard. It does have a tiny gap up here. Well, maybe it doesn't. Either way. Alright, SE. Alright, so I was bullish on it when we were getting call flow on it. I don't know, like, it just, you see these things, and when you invert them, it's like, alright, would you buy this? Yes, I would. That means I would not buy calls on it. It means I would probably short it. You do have one nice thing going for you, which is this pennant here, but it does kind of look like it's breaking down at the end. Let's zoom in and see what we got really going on in this pennant. I mean, that's some big volume sell candle, so looks like it could break down. We've been seeing a lot of formations break down lately, so I can hold this, maybe. Maybe. Maybe you get that bounce right here. Back up to 287. Then from there we'll see what kind of formations it makes. Alright, where are we at? Beyond. I am, full disclosure, long on Beyond as well. I think this is, I already got this charted, so I think this is going to go to 175. This thing looks nice. Yeah, Boeing is too involved in the government. They're too big to fail. Don't worry about Boeing. So I think this week 160 maybe on Beyond, and then over the next month maybe we could push up to 178, 180. So alright. Baba. I need to update this chart anyways, so I have my macros in there. Or micros, I mean. Now, let me see. I'm pretty sure Baba in Hong Kong is doing well right now, but let me just oop, nope. Apparently it's coming back down to earth. So as long as Baba holds above this, looks like it filled it and it's going back up. So this one might be one that take its sweet time. But you know, it's got a lot of gaps. A lot of gaps it needs to fill. So we'll see what happens, but I just can't imagine people just keep selling Baba. It's too undervalued. Just buy yourself time on it. I mean, shares, probably an amazing thing to get on it because you don't care then about time. XLF financials. Again, got to break this downtrend, but nothing's going to happen until we get earnings, in my opinion. We might get some runs, some nice movements, but people are going to wait to see what the earnings look like. So maybe it runs a dollar, half a dollar. I mean, it's going to run what, 30 cents maybe tomorrow. So STKL, Sun Opta, this was requested. Looks like it finally made its correction here. I mean, for me, got bought up pretty hard here. Broke this downtrend, now it's got to break the larger downtrend. So that one's going to be tough. Imagine that'll probably be tested around here. So that's a 1-2. Probably get that 4 action in there, so maybe we continue to run in here and then we get the test here. Then maybe you finally get your breakout. Alright, Facebook. Don't know why my old chart isn't on here, but guess we'll just do it again. Puts me at 413. So, I do think this needs a little bit more cooling off, so I think it'll go nuts after it makes a correction next week, but I think into earnings we're going to be looking pretty good on Facebook, and I think it's going to go crazy on earnings. DNUT, full disclosure, I'm long on DNUT as well. I mean, it just looks too nice. It's got the inside candles here, the inverse head and shoulders. All the green candles are huge, all the red candles are that. You got your falling volume. I think it breaks out. I go, Bucks are gonna win. It was never a question tonight, so I don't need to watch the game. Plus, I can't disappoint my streaming fans. And how do you know I don't have it open on my third monitor? Hey, Tay. Alright, Qualcomm. Clean up some old lines here. Qualcomm looks like it could make that Wu-Tang. You know, it's got the... So, this could be a 1-2. We'll see. Don't play Qualcomm, though, until it breaks out of this zone right here. Then you could play it probably to 145, and then over 145, it's got this giant gap right here. I mean, I think Qualcomm has a good chance of at least going back to right here around 150, 152. FedEx. I mean, FedEx has a diamond. We'll see what happens. FedEx needs to get back over 300 or I'm not touching it. So, plug. Whew, okay. If you can't see it, I mean, that's a head and shoulders right there into a bear flag. That's no bueno on plug. That puts plug going down to about 26. F-cell. Looks like I have F-cell marked up going down to 350. That seems pretty bearish. I can't believe fuel cell ran to 30 and it's already back at $8. I think I marked this up when it was right here, so it did have my bounce. Oh man, that is ugly. I mean, even its current formation is ugly too. Tell you what though, if it does happen to break this downtrend, could be a nice cheap play. Not done square, and it is not on the list of things to get to, so I probably won't get to square tonight. I like Blink the most because it's the only one that I've actually seen in real life. Bounced on the 3.5, needs to hold 90, and AMD looks good. Keith, I just have like 100 tickers to get to. Maybe it's on the list. I didn't see it on there, but I'm sure someone requested it. Over 90, let's say 92, and AMD can look really nice. You might have time to get to SQ. Some of these I might already have done. So, Roblox, I had coming back to 100. Might have just taken more time. So, you have your ABC down. Now that's done. Now we can go back up. So this could be a diamond reversal here too. So, remember, diamonds on the bottom of a downtrend are a reversal pattern. On the top of an uptrend are a reversal pattern. So diamonds are a reversal pattern. Doesn't matter if they're where they are. They just are a reversal pattern. So if they're at the top of a run, it means it's a reversal. So you could see the diamond here. It's kind of like a head and shoulders, but slightly different. All right. D-King, got football season coming up. I don't know, like, there's a lot of news going around about D-King, so for me, I'm just gonna avoid playing it, but, you know, it is a fast mover, so I get it. So, I would need to see DraftKings over the orange box and play it to the green line, and then over that, over the green line, then you could play it probably back up to 60. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, I hate to say it, but I mean, you got a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder into a bear flag. You could have DraftKings come all the way down to 37, 38. So, Keith, that's terrible risk management, but I'm bullish on Bitcoin, so that means Square could be going. Ah, look at that. I already got it marked up for you, so got it going to about 270. So, there you go. Price target is this zone right here. 265, 270. Alright, now that's done. AMD we did. Oh, I have it on the list twice. QFIN. QFIN. Why is my internet not working? Alright. Whoa, what happened to QFIN lately? Sheesh. They have news? They had to have news. I mean, I've talked about QFIN for a while. Back when it was like 17, 20 bucks. So, I mean, it's got this mega gap here. I think QFIN's a $100 stock. I mean, this is one where you just got to look at the fundamentals and be like, I mean, they went from 116 million in 2017 to 2 billion in revenue. They have a 5 PE ratio. A 5! A effing 5! Like, Why is it so low? I would just get shares and just hold them forever because it's going to go to 100. It's crazy. Alright. HD has a diamond here. I think it's going to make a retracement. I think this could come all the way down to potentially 311 this week. We'll see if it can get over 324, then it can start to move. It's got some gaps up here, especially this huge one over here. This is a reversal gap, though, so it doesn't have to get filled. It's possible it fills this one. It doesn't need to fill this one either because it was already kind of filled, but sometimes they like to try it again. So Shop. I had Shop going to about 1700. Just completed wave 4. So I'd love to see Shop run with Amazon here. That one's already charted out, so we're good to go there. Tap. Had this special request for Tap. Molson Coors Beverage Company. That's the rumor, J. Graham. That's the rumor. Alright, so this bounced off the 3.5. I have a feeling it's going to come test it one more time down here. Then it could go up from there. So that would complete the handle on this cup and handle as well. XP. Man, crazy how much American Express has just run nuts. Well, people, they just reported credit card use is at an all-time high, as an exceeding credit card use is exceeding the entire U.S. economy. So that's a fun fact to think about. Credit card use is exceeding all of the U.S. economy. I didn't do T yet. I mean, fundamentally, there's nothing wrong with American Express. I'm sure their earnings are going to kill it. Going to be through the roof. Just going to keep following this channel up. So, whenever it gets to the bottom of the channel, buy calls. When it gets to the top, buy puts. Or sell your calls. One or the other. Or you could use the wheel when it gets to the top, sell calls, and then when it gets to the bottom, buy your calls back and sell puts. It's called the wheel. AXP. GD. I mean, it's just China's been so hard to get bullish on until there's something that changes. Hi Rishu. Hi from India. Time is it over there? I mean, of the Chinese tech giants, JD is my favorite fundamentally. I love Baba though. JD and Baba are my two big ones. I mean, QFin is a good one too. QFin's probably the most ridiculous of all three, but yeah. I mean, it's just until this is easily a $100 stock, so over 80, I'll go long on this all day. But it's got to get over 80. Edit. Hey, look at that. I had the diamond top reversal charted out. Hit my price target to the T. Now, I don't think it's done though. So, edit looks like it wants one more leg down. I think this is an ABC down. So, that would put us probably back down to here. So, I think that would put us down to there. My vacation was good. I enjoyed it. Alright, spot. Looks like it followed the green path when I charted it last. Exceeded my, came up the green, because we had charted it right when it broke out. We were curious what it was going to do from there. Now it's... we need relative strength on. Boom. That's what we need. I'm wondering if it retests one more time the breakout. So I'm wondering if it comes down, creates the Wu-Tang, makes your cup. I mean, it started filling this gap here. It's got this huge gap here, so curious if it does one of these, finally finishes it. I know, John. So let me get through my list. I'm almost done, actually. So, MU. I mean, MU is just... It's got to be the most frustrating of all chip stocks. But, I mean, of all chip stocks, it's the most American, I think. And so, the government wants to hit him. Or wants to... I've never traded the Indian market. I got a buddy on Twitter, Rambo. He trades the Indian market. Maybe give him a shout. Alright, so... I mean, for me, I just wait till it starts to fill this gap above 82, and you can play that all the way to 85. And then over that, who knows? I mean, it's got all these levels up here it still needs to go back to. But, you know what it looks like it's doing? I've seen this formation a lot. I think it's making a cup. So... that's when you have your low mids. So it'll struggle for a little bit and then it'll start to pick up steam. Alright. Low. God, low. I'm assuming this is going to look just like HD. This one looks slightly different, actually. I mean, it's still... Man, it doesn't look as bad as low. I mean, over 186 go long. It does have this island reversal gap at the bottom here, so... we have a lot of that from last week. I think we're bullish this week. We're going to get a gamma squeeze, and then after that we'll sell off the second half of the month. Ooh, Futu got just annihilated lately. I mean, this thing is making gaps on gaps on the way down. It filled this one too. That's a reversal gap, head and shoulders, bear flag. See, that's what I'm talking about. You can have like these weird looking head and shoulders where it's like, alright, you got this bull flag into your wave 5 here. And then it creates this drop here, and you get, this is your right shoulder. It's really weak, but it's a right shoulder, and it's a bear flag, and those are usually death sentences. So I have a feeling this is going to try to fill this gap down here, and then from there maybe we can go long. I didn't mean to make you long. It's already 10 o'clock. 11 o'clock, depending on where you are. Alright, Steel CLF. It's got these two channels. It's got the breakout channel here with the red line. It's got a bull flag into earnings. I bet you we could retest recent highs here into earnings. So maybe you see something like that. I mean, earnings have been going up, but not as much as others, but earnings have been good, so. Alright. MT. Man, what a failed breakout of the cup and handle. Look at this. It had a nice cup and handle here. And just totally broke south of it. And that was what was happening in June. And this is why a lot of people lost money in June. Is you had all these wonderful setups. And they all failed. Which is it happens, but they're just unlikely to fit. Like, they're like 80% setups, but that's why you wait till it actually breaks out. So I mean, MT is another steel stock. Their earnings have been going through the roof. They have earnings at the end of the month, July 29th. Oops. Island reversal here. I'd like to see this get above 31.72, at least above 31.50, and I'd like to see this come back up because this could be a Wu-Tang as well. So you could see this Wu-Tang action. I see that a lot. Alright. Another steel stock making a reversal flag. So you know it's a reversal flag when it's a falling flag like this. It's like a falling wedge kind of. It's a bull flag. So typically we might get one more. I mean, you got a ABC. Usually you get a 5 waves down, so usually you get something like this. And then you get that inverted head and shoulders, and then you get the breakout there. I haven't looked at Netflix yet. I think we're going to have some time to get to a couple of those. I got like 4 more tickers, and then I'll do... I think Chewy was in the newsletter, so I'm not going to cover that one. Suncor Energy, I've been watching this one for a while. I like the formation it's in right now. I think it could be bullish. I'm liking banks, and I'm liking energy for this week because of that. And that makes me a little weary on tech stocks, but I'm wondering if we get banks at the beginning of the week and then techs to finish the week. Or, tech to finish the week. TSM. Had this charted for quite a while, so I'm just going to keep my chart. That's a nice looking chart. OKE. OKE's going to 60. I mean, it wants that gap. It wants that gap. So let's just call it what it is. Play it over 57. I mean, if this is Green Monday, play it to that gap fill. MRO. That's not. Little worried about. Well, actually. Is that a slightly tilted cup and handle? Are we gonna go out of that? So that would be Merle's got a bunch of gaps to fill up there, so I could see this absolutely happen, that E comes down, fills that gap right here, and you get the breakout of it. That makes a lot of sense to get that up to, you know, one of these gaps in there. Alright, and Mara. I mean, let's see what it does. I think it'll retest 33. If it breaks that uptrend line, though, it's got nothing holding it back. Alright, what were some other ones we wanted to look at? MSOS and Space. Those will be my last two. I've been looking at weed lately. It hasn't been doing much, if I'm being honest with you. Did a little bit last week, it looks like, at the end of the day. Does kind of look like it's making a rounded bottom, though, so wouldn't be surprised if it started to pick up steam again. You know, maybe it makes a giant cup here. Space launch went well. I think it's bullish. It's kind of got a falling wedge as well. So I'm wondering if it comes back to 57 here. Let's see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Alright. I think that's going to do it for me tonight. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully this helped, and hopefully it gave you some ideas for the week. Oh, Fubo. Yes, I did say I would do Fubo, so hold on. Last one, just because I said I would do it. Alright, so I thought Fubo would fill this gap. It has not yet. You know, it didn't quite have the legs to get over this high right here, so... I'm a little worried it's got this here, so I think it might have a little bit more depth in it. So I'm wondering if Fubo retests down here, makes that wave 2. Yep, that would make sense. And then from there, then we can fill that gap. So I don't think it's Fubo's time yet, though. I think it wants a little bit more depth first. I think Fubo even had bad news too. Was it Fubo? No, that was Roku that had bad news, but could sell off with it. So, all right, there we go. Save all these charts. That way we have them. You guys are just trying to sneak in tickers the last second. Oh man, AT&T looks terrible. I think AT&T is going to come all the way down. Well, it did fill the gap already, but might retest it. I just think AT&T's... I mean, if you're in it for the dividend, you have shares, I wouldn't care, but I mean, this thing has tons of gaps. Oh my, that's a gap too. I wouldn't touch this until it gets over 1960. Alright, no more! I'm going to go do something else. So, have a great night, everyone.